Hello, gorgeous Cancerians out there. How are you guys doing? Welcome on in to your weekly reading with me. We're reading for the week ahead. All right, so I'm just going to dive in. But before we do, I like to do a little sound bowl healing for you guys just to get us all aligned, open, and receptive to the messages that the universe has for us today. So let's get in together. Let's get aligned. Okay, I'm picking up on, I heard rose. I don't know if they're highlighting the flower or a name or a middle name that seems to be significant. So, you know what, for your reading today, Cancer signs, I feel like I've been doing like pre-shuffles. But for you, I'm just going to let whatever jump out. So let's see what's going on for Cancer signs. Please, Spirit, what messages do you have? We have serendipity, feeling lucky. A lucky opportunity is arriving on your path, and it looks like you're getting ready to jump after it. This kind of reminds me of the Fool card, right? I mean, serendipity, first and foremost, means being in the right place at the right time. So again, it looks a little bit like the universe has something up its sleeve for you. It is a 4-leaf clover, which is, again, a symbol of luck. So that's where I got that from. But I always say this reminds me of the Fool card because it does require some sort of leap of faith, right? She's seeing that there is a 4-leaf clover, coming in her path, and she's grabbing onto it and seeing where it takes her. So that is a bit of a message of what might be going on for you guys too, and maybe what you need to do right now. So this is my card of free will. So what that means is that you guys have free will in the week ahead to take advantage of a good opportunity. All right. And if we let fear get in the way, if we say another one will come up, then we might miss it. All right. Let's just see what else comes out for you, Cancer signs. Thank you. Okay, well, that has a lot to do with it. The second chakra is your sacral chakra. It's all about your desires and your feelings. Okay, so there is something, maybe a blockage here or something that we might need to work on in order to take this leap of faith, go on with this lucky opportunity that has just come across your path. Okay, what else is going on for you during this week? So pay attention to your feelings. What are they trying to tell you? Anything else for Cancer signs during this time? Otter Spirit says, you are never alone. This could be a really good time for love for some of you out there. Deepening of a current connection or the beginning of a new one. Okay, what else? Your reading, we're just going with the flow. And maybe that's something that is quite significant for you guys too. All right, what else for Cancer signs? What other messages do you have for Cancer signs, please, Spirit? Whoop, I had to fall on the floor, bear with me. Okay, what is it? We got new moon, which represents new beginnings, so kind of highlighting this new journey you're going on in Aquarius. Open up to change. So this is, again, doing something probably that's outside the box for you, outside your comfort zone, something different and unique, which is what Aquarius is all about here. Okay. So open up to change. And this is good change, so I'm almost getting the sense here that some of you guys have a specific goal in mind or the kind of person you want to be, but it does feel a bit out of reach. But there is an opportunity coming up during this week that's giving you the new beginning of change, but it's up to you if you take it or not, as is anything in life, right? All right, we're going to get 2 of these. If I can pick it up with these nails, right? All right, 2 cards, Cancer signs. What do they need to know right now? Okay, they're showing me 444 and another thing fell on the floor. So 4s are really about home life, family. It can also be about your own childhood wounds and your past. So those areas could be significant if we think about it as in 4th house, and you are Cancer sign, you are 4th house. It's also about foundations. Okay, you have target, a goal-oriented person. This could be a little bit of a symbol for you guys as well to get more goal-oriented because it might give you a sense of direction. It gives you something to aim for. And then reminding me of a phrase where it's like, aim for the moon and was it aim for the moon and settle with the stars or something like that. It basically means that have a big goal in mind, right? And even if you don't reach that goal, you're much further than you would be if you had no goals at all. So I wonder if some of you are fearful of goals and desires. Maybe you have a lot of shame around that, or guilt around that, or you feel like you lack energy, motivation, drive. But the second chakra mainly is, I think, feelings of shame. So you could be struggling with that, especially if you have big goals. Sometimes in society, they teach us that it's a bad thing if you have big goals and you're greedy, if you want big things for yourself, which don't listen to people who say those things, because they are limited thinkers, and limited thinkers are not people to take advice from. Okay. But anyway, I'm going to see what else comes up for you. Let me just quickly grab the card that is on the floor. I'm just going to pause the video. Hold on. Okay. So I just picked it up. So it's the Forest, and it says muddled, unclear thinking, it does pose a bit of a challenge. I'm gonna see what comes out in your tarot cards to understand a bit better what that might be for you. Muddled, unclear thinking. So I feel like sharing a story. it's not a long one, I swear, because the Forest could mean that maybe there's a bit of misunderstanding, or there are some things in life right now that are unclear to you. And what I was going to say is that when I was in a very lost period of my life, things were okay for me, but I lacked direction. So maybe this is what your whole reading is about, is like getting momentum, gaining a sense of direction, and moving towards those goals. And so that's good for you. So in my life, I felt a bit lost, and I felt like, okay, like I feel like I'm a bit stuck in a forest and I don't know how to get out. And every now and again, I'll move camp and set up camp somewhere else, trying to find the exit of the forest. But ultimately, I don't know where I'm going, and I don't know where to go. And that's how I felt. And I wonder if that's something that you guys might resonate with. In which case, I get you. I'm outside the forest now, so that's nice. But let's see. Let's see what's coming up for you guys. I do have a normal spread. Those who watch me regularly will know that I do it a specific way. I'll do it, but if I have any other questions, I'll pull some more cards out for you. But let's see. What is going on for my Cancer signs? Please, Spirit. So I'm so sorry, but they're highlighting as well. I mean, it was bugging me that this is not centered in the card, and I just got this weird feeling that some of you, it's not about being perfect, and I wonder if perfection is what's stopping you from taking a leap of faith or going across, taking opportunities that come your way, okay, that kind of thing. Okay. All right, Spirit, overall energy of this week for Cancer signs, 19th to the 25th. What is a card to represent the overall energy of the week for Cancer signs? The Emperor. Well, yeah, my voice got deeper then. It's really about taking control of your destiny. That's always how I read the Emperor. I mean, we got the Four of Wands here as well. Could be really good for relationships, by the way. There could be a lot of assertiveness coming up in a relationship. Maybe someone is getting more serious in a relationship, taking things further. It's about reaching milestones in your life in general. It can be about relationships, and you're celebrating something together, but it really can just be in your life in general, where you are starting to get more goal oriented. Maybe you're meeting someone who's that way, and they're inspiring you, giving you some advice, because the Emperor can be a boss, can be a father figure, can just be a masculine or masculine energy. It doesn't have to be male, but it's masculine energy of someone who takes life by I was going to say something a bit, why was I going to say that? Grabs a hold of life and asserts itself. And I wonder if that's, again, something that Spirit wants you to do more of. Don't just allow life to happen to you. Make sure that you are happening to life also, meaning that you're putting your footprint in the world. And I get that with the Emperor, putting your foot down could be something that is important for you. Anyway, so the Emperor could really be good for those of you who are entrepreneurs out there. Again, ultimately it's about taking the lead. So the energy of the week is really about assertiveness. It really is about having discipline and creating a structure. And yeah, let's see what else comes out for you. I'm going to clarify. Let's just do it how I used to do. Okay, Emperor. Why is this the energy of the week? Eight of Swords. So I love that because, well, I don't love that card, but I love the combination because the Eight of Swords sometimes is when we get stuck up in our own head, right? As you can see, the way that she sees herself, her reflection, is she's all tied up, her hands are tied, her eyes are blindfolded, she doesn't know where she's going, doesn't know what to do, she's stuck. In her reality, though, it's not the case. So I feel like sometimes our own mind can trick us into thinking that there is nothing that we can do to get out of a situation that we find uncomfortable. But the Emperor here says, I don't give a if I'm getting out of the situation, no matter what. So again, it's a bit of a mindset shift. It's a bit of feeling a little bit stuck in your circumstances, and this is deciding what the circumstances, it's just asserting yourself in situations and having more power over your circumstance, which is not easy. Again, it requires discipline. He's sitting on a stone throne. It's not comfortable. It's not comfy where he's at, but it's something that is teaches you sometimes you have to make hard decisions, and that could be something going on here. Anyway, you're more powerful than you know, Cancer signs. Get out your head and start taking action on what you know you want to build. Okay, I feel like a lack of clarity is not so much the problem. It's a lack of belief and maybe even some shame around, am I really, is it really the right thing to do in my life to have big things or whatever it is? I don't know what the shame is. Eight of Pentacles, the work that you put in is what you're going to get back out. All right. Anyways, let's get one more for that. What else for the Emperor, please? Why is this the energy of the week? The Magician. Get out there and go create something, guys, because the Magician is the number one. So again, maybe you need a fresh start, but it does come down to believing in yourself, and trust and faith is really important for the Magician, because if you are not this kind of clear channel for spirit to kind of work through you and for you to, kind of move on without these negative beliefs and limitations holding you back, the Magician says anything is possible, right? You have all the tools that you need already to create the life you want to live for yourself, but you just need to start with square one. And it's almost like maybe you struggle right now with understanding how you're going to get from A to Z, right? Whereas this is kind of saying, okay, well, you have all the ingredients to make a cake here. So you just need to learn how to, which way to do it. Okay. Am I just rambling, guys? The Magician says you have the power to create the life that you want to live for yourself. The only thing holding you back is the way that you perceive life and maybe yourself. So it's really perception. The Eight of Swords does say, though, that you're in a difficult time, or you're in a difficult predicament. However, you can have the result that you desire this week purely based on how you approach it. Okay. Anyway, let's see your energy then, Cancer signs. Let's see what's going on for you. Spirit, please. What's the energy of Cancer signs? How are they showing up this week? What is the energy of Cancer signs? The Nine of Pentacles. All right, and the Nine of Cups, nines. That's pretty awesome. Nines are all about rewards. As you can see here, this kind of card is all about your own self, accomplishment, feeling good, wish fulfillment, that kind of stuff. The Nine of Pentacles is also saying that you've built a lot for yourself. So this week, Nine of Pentacles is more independence, regardless of if you're in a relationship. It's really about working on yourself and being able to reap the rewards of what you've done through probably the last year or so. So this week you could be reaping the rewards here. Financially, things look stable and set, or at least that's what you're working on. So yeah, you're showing up pretty good. I'm going to clarify that and see a bit deeper into it. So clearly what this is expanding what you've done already. Seven of Cups, Death card. So you want to change, but you're not quite sure what needs to change or what change to make. Death card is big. All right, why is the Nine of Pentacles here in Cancer signs energy? Why are they showing up as this energy? And why do they not like it? I feel like you're not liking where you're at. Four of Cups, you're feeling a bit bored, jaded, dissatisfied. That Nine of Cups is showing up there again. Let's get one more for that. Okay, clarify the Four of Cups. Three of Wands. King of Swords could be an air sign that's significant. Now, Three of Wands is jumping up on top of the Sacral Chakra that we was discussing, where your desires. You're waiting for something that you desire. Maybe something that you feel like you've been manifesting. Okay. Which does seem to be the energy of the week also. I just wonder if you're getting in your own head about something and that might be blocking or delaying it. And it's also crossing the open up to change. I do feel like there's still a little bit of work for you to do on your side before something can fully manifest. And that, I think, is about being more open to something. Let me know what you guys think about the relation to the sacral chakra and the open up to change, and what might be the blockage there. Because 3 of Wands, you're waiting. Okay. And 4 of Cups, I always say, is like, I'm happy where I'm at, but I do want more. But not being willing or open to taking new opportunities. But the next opportunity that comes up, it is going to be a magical one, just like we saw over in serendipity. So whatever comes up, I think it's important that you take it. I think sometimes this can be a comfort zone. Okay, so you're comfortable, even though you want more. Okay, there we go. You're not happy with where you're at. It's comfortable for you. That's why the Nine of Pentacles is there. It's stable. It feels good, at least that. But you do want more, and you're waiting for more. But more comes from you and what you're open to. And this is what this is all saying here. Okay. One more for that 4 of Cups. Why is this here? 7 of Wands. 8 Pentacles there too. So this is a card of resistance. It's good in this sense, as you can see in this depiction, illustration of it. It is about protecting your peace for sure. But I feel like you've protected your peace so much that you really don't let anything new into your life. At least not for now. So yeah, I feel like there's a little bit of a blockage on your side in terms of like, and maybe you like things the way that they're at, in which case you don't need to really do anything. But as we've seen here, they're calling for you to be more open to change. Okay, let's see what your challenge is then. And I think it is what we've already been discussing. Okay, let's see what that is. What is a challenge coming up this week for Cancer signs then? What is a challenge? Some of you could be moving or wanting to move. There could be some travel coming up as well. Sometimes when this card comes in as well, I mean, you've moved away from difficult times. And every step that you're making moving forward is towards better things than where you've come from. So that's a good sign that your life won't repeat itself. It means that you're moving towards more stability. Your challenge though, I wonder what part of the journey you're at. Your challenge could be to go on a journey, to actually start moving towards stable times. Your challenge could be to take the lessons with you and leave the rest, and move on with your life. Your challenge could also be, again, as I said, travel or moving during this time. There was one more thing that I wanted to get out of this card as a challenge. I was going to say challenge. Why is this a challenge? The other thing I was going to say is sometimes this represents the journey. You've just moved away from something chaotic and you're moving towards things that you're hopeful for, whatever that is, stability in its, in a general way of saying something and saying it. But sometimes the journey is the very unfamiliar and difficult part is like, oh, but am I ever going to really reach the land? And am I really going to, am I just going to repeat myself? Is the waves going to take me over? It's a lot of stress and worries here because you're in a very unpredictable or unstable time right now. Whether that just means it's an emotional time for you at the moment, or whether it means, again, that maybe your life is a little bit unstable than you would like it to be. Maybe you guys would like to move home or move jobs, whatever it is about leaving something behind and moving towards something better. But let's see what I'm seeing here. 6 of Swords. Why is this in a challenge position, please, Spirit? Bypass? What's a bypass? To bypass something or bypass? What do they mean? I'm going to have to look that up. Let me just look that up because I want to see what they're saying to me. A surgery? I don't know. Okay, to go around something, to bypass something is to go around. I wonder if that's what you're worried about, that you're going to miss something on your way, on your journey, or to go around something or avoid something. A road passing around a town or its center to provide an alternative route. Okay. A secondary channel to allow a flow where the main one is closed or blocked. So you're taking a different route. Interesting. Hey, I'm going to start Googling from now on during readings. Okay, so maybe that is what it is. You're having to go a different way than what you would like to. And I wonder if that's why this thing open up to change. Interesting. Okay. What is this challenge for my gorgeous Cancer signs out there watching? Why is the Six of Swords the challenge here? Seven of Pentacles. It requires work and time. And where there's work and time, there's time to overthink, to get stuck in your head. Okay, so Seven of Pentacles is good. It does mean that ultimately you've been putting a lot of work towards something and ultimately it's going to pay off for you. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. Just like this plant, sometimes we have to keep tending to something even if it doesn't look like it's growing. Underneath, something's happening. So whatever move you guys are having to make, wherever you are in your journey, even if it feels, as I said, unstable, you are stabilizing it, okay? Okay, you just need some patience here, and it's going to take some time before you really fully feel like, okay, everything's stable now. Okay, but you are working towards it. And what's the advice that you have then, please, for Cancer signs during this week? What do they need to know? The Magician. We already spoke about that, so we're going to leave that one here. You have all the tools already. That's your advice. Pick one. What are you going to use? Being an alchemist, also important. If you're able to think of a life that you want to live and it feels good, you can have that in this life. You just need to use your tools wisely. All right, what else? What else? Another piece of advice for Cancer signs before we clarify what they need to know during this week. Okay. Two of Swords with the Three of Pentacles coming out together does suggest that maybe there is a need to make a decision around some sort of collaboration, whether you got that in your life or whether it's coming in. Two of Swords, trust your intuition with whatever this is. Three of Pentacles. Sometimes Two of Swords could be about cutting people out or blocking people out. So I'm going to allow you to resonate with that however you need to. With Three of Pentacles, it does seem to be to do with people or work or, again, anyone that you're collaborating with. Trust your instincts. Okay, let's clarify that. I want to dive deeper. But first, let's go into the Magician. Why is this here as advice? What is this advice around Cancer signs? And by the way, they're wanting to bring up the word abundance here just purely because that's what all this flowery imagery suggests. There's abundance around. Okay. Why is the Magician here in the advice position for Cancer signs? What's the advice here? Oh my God. Sorry. If you don't know, this is about abundance and it's jumping up on top of the new moon of change. Be open to change because you can have even more than what you have right now. I think sometimes this comes in when, as I said, with the Emperor, maybe you are having to be a bit more disciplined and you have to kind of give up a little bit of comfort and whatever stability you feel like you have right now in order to grow it. You know, I wonder if there's some kind of investing or because it's coming up with the Magician, I just feel like knowing that you can have this in itself is a big enough change in your life. So I wonder if that's how you approach things. Look, Queen of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, Magician, you have a very prosperous and abundant future ahead of you. And I think you know that already. You just have to be open to change. Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Sorry, Queen. Hello? A marriage coming up. Queen of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. It does speak of a happy life, financial freedom, very good career success, very good financial success, very just good in general for stability, long-term stability. So your challenge right now is the instability before you get to that throne. This feels a little bit like your future. It doesn't feel like where you're at now. You are that being anyways on a soul level, but in terms of your tangible assets, I feel like you're not there yet. But that's why they're saying be open to change, open up to change, because eventually it's going to lead towards that long-term stability that you're desiring. So the Magician, speak it into existence, number one. Believe it's possible, number two. Take a chance, number three. Two of Swords, why is this here For Cancer signs and their advice, what is this Two of Swords representing? Ace of Pentacles. So you could be making a decision around a new beginning, or you could be thinking about starting something new. Ace of Pentacles can be a new job, a new stream of income, or just again a new commitment. The Emperor is here, so definitely could be about starting to implement a plan for an idea that maybe you have for your own business. Okay, why is the Three of Pentacles here? Eight of Cups, had a feeling that there was something about blocking people out. Eight of Cups is about leaving things behind that don't serve you for something greater, okay? And the Three of Pentacles, it could be, again, hearing a co-working space. What's that about? It could be some people that you were working with on a project and you're like, oh, maybe I actually don't want to work with these people. I don't think we see things eye to eye. Could be friendships. It's not a really traditional card for that, but it's to do with people. So, it could be really anything. Okay, Three of Pentacles, one more time. Eight of Cups. Why is this the advice? Three of Pentacles. Page of Swords. I was hearing something about your eyes, which represents something to do with your vision, I think, especially with the Page of Swords being here. It's like you're a visionary, or you have a creative eye, or there's something about the way that you view things is very particular. And I think that maybe in a certain group right now, or in a career, or maybe on a project right now, something, I don't know exactly what it is, but you're leaving something behind in order to pursue something that it's in your vision. I don't know what they mean by that. I mean, there's art here, so there could be something around art, or like a career in art or something like that. Some of you could actually end up going in some sort of education to deepen your knowledge around something. It does feel very unexpected what you decide to do this week, or what you're feeling called to do. Is like, this is so random of me, but I really feel like this is the right thing to do. Go for it. They did say be open to change. Like, it's not a coinky dink that you're being guided somewhere. Okay. Some of you, if you are in a certain group and you feel a little bit like there's a bit of a hater around you, that's probably why you feel like you want to leave. It feels a bit uncomfortable. Then that would be a little suggestion about that. Trust your instincts, because someone does have a little bit of evil eye on you. I don't know who that is. So you might need to walk away from that. It's just not serving. It doesn't give you ultimate happiness. That's the thing with the Eight of Cups, is like, it's not really fulfilling. It's just there. There's much better friendships, much better people to work and collaborate with. So I feel like that's also another thing. In general, everyone in life has to learn this lesson at some point, and it can be hard. It's like when to let something go, when to go, actually, do you know what, this isn't working, and there's no harm in that, right? It doesn't have to be malicious, doesn't have to be horrible, like someone's in the wrong. It's not. So sometimes you're not aligned with people or certain projects or collaborations that you're doing, and that's okay. If you don't really like it and you're like, I don't think that this is right, then you can change it. Be open to that, okay? Don't be afraid to experiment and move around, okay? Anyway, especially if there's shame around it, remember, there's a little bit of shame that you're feeling here, and Spirit doesn't want you to do that. Sorry, my camera just, because we're rounding up to 30 minutes now, so that's why my camera jumped out. It just dipped. Anyways, I'm going to send you my love, angels. That's what I have for you. This is a long one. This is what happened when I do it like this, which is why I was changing it a lot recently if you watch any of my other videos. But I feel like sometimes this is where I'm the most intuitive and connected. So let me know what you guys think. Anyways, I send you my love. I wish you guys all the best for the week ahead. It looks good. So keep in mind what we said today. And let me know how it goes, and I'll see you guys next time.